Alright, yeah, so, bit of a different kind of video today. It's not all sunshines, lollipops and... Yeah. So, as you know, the channel's all for charity. Macmillan, Help the Heroes and Shelter UK. And we have a new series coming up on the channel called Can We Beat the Pro? Now, I've got a lot of really special guests going to be coming on. Obviously going to wait till the better weather. So golf courses are in like mint condition, etc. It's going to be 4-hole or 5-hole vlog matches against pros. And basically, it's for two reasons. One, to raise money for charity. To interview and chat with a pro and just see like and reconfirm how crazy these guys hit the ball compared to an amateur, right? An absolute hacking amateur. So that is, I think you all agree, good news. Now, I've approached a number of golf clubs and 3 or 4 have signed up, so I can get courtesy and get these guys round and do the stuff. Now, the reason you might be wondering why wouldn't you do 18 holes or 9 holes? The reason is these guys are so busy, right? Media commitments and sponsorship commitments, etc. So basically, you know, you don't get that long with them. So like an hour and a half is really stretching it. So if we can play longer, we will. But that's what the plan is going forward. So this is like, you know, an update for you guys. But there's a real kick in the gonads coming. So obviously, I pitched the idea to my home club and asked the question about, like, you know, just sign on, that type of thing, because it's all for charity, and like all the stuff from the channel actually goes to charities. Thought we'd get some help from them. Cut a long story short, it's not happening. Went to a committee meeting, got knocked back. Thankfully, it is all getting minuted in the minutes of the committee meeting, because obviously I think, you know, they've not looked at the thing correctly. Because as I said to the other clubs, that, you know, and the guys that are coming, I'm putting stuff out on a social media platform, right? And then you guys are watching it going, well, that course looks really good. I think I want to go and play that golf course. You're phoning up or going online, booking your tee time, da-da-da-da-da. So, as well as the fact that it's all for charity, they're getting social media presence from, like, me hacking about with an actual really good pro golfer who, let's be honest, pros, PGA pros that we're talking about here have courtesy of golf courses. But I'd have to sign them on and pay them on to my home course. So I'm not doing it under principle, because I'm a stubborn... No, I'm not. I'm just not getting why it's been knocked back. I'm not being given a reason. There was other things as well. I wanted to repaint the entrance sign because it's absolutely terrible, shabby looking, and that got knocked back. And as you know, on the channel, I've posted, I don't know how many videos of all the times that I was digging the course out, volunteering, and there's a long story about volunteers with that golf club. We're not going to go into that. But the whole thing just really does make you scratch your head, yeah, and question why you're a member. So I think it'll be my last season, to be honest. As much as I really like the course, is so disappointing. You know what I mean? And I have let this settle for about 2 weeks, but you guys who watch the channel know there's been something up, because you've watched the videos and you've seen that it's really affected me, and I've been pretty down, upset on videos, and I haven't really given a reason. So I thought, well, I'll put it out there. Also, I'm putting it out there so that you guys who are watching this and subscribed can help out with suggesting other clubs that actually want to do this, and allow, you know, the thing to go ahead. They've said, by the way, home club said, we're not stopping you filming. You can go ahead and start filming and do all the rest of it. You just have to pay them all on. So, but, you know, under the principle of the thing, and the fact that you're not asking for much, because I did say to them it would be like once a month, twice a month tops. So, and I know, like a lot of courses out there, like for example, if you go to sign someone on the old course at St Andrews, it's 90 quid to sign them on as a member. Now, our sign-on's nowhere near that, right? But you would have thought under courtesy that, get where I'm coming from here, it's a kind of like, you know, also it was an equal share of you help me, I help you kind of thing. And it just would have been interesting as well, because if you've watched the videos and you've obviously I need to clarify, and a lot of you are saying this video is going to run for a long time, but Broken Arrow, etc. Now our course, I'm going to like really cover this World Handicap System as well at some point, but our course is a par 66. But the first hole, which you've got to play twice because it's 9 holes, is the 8th hardest par 3 in Britain. It's in the Golf Monthly top 10 of hardest par 3s. I think it could be in the world actually, but I think it will hold it at Britain at the moment. But it's because it's basically a 1 in 20 uphill, and it's 220, but it plays, honestly, off the back tees you probably need to carry the ball 245 yards, 230, but it's because of the height, right? It's not just the distance, it's the actual aerial flight you need. Twice as high, right, as anything that you can hit, so that you can actually get the carry to actually get the ball to drop on the green rather than hit the banking short of the green, which then just rolls back. It can be like 20 yards away. So it's one of the hardest par 3s, opening holes, and you've got to play it twice. So to get a 3 at it is really, really, really difficult. Last year on the W How Did I Do, right, when you score in the stats for the year, every round played, it played to 4.7, nearly 5, a par 5, right? So that's why, right, Broken Arrow and the rest of you watching, 66, playing 266 round our golf course is incredibly hard to do. And why I was making the comparison for Stirling is the likes of me, I don't find distance an issue. So the fact that it's a longer golf course than Bridge of Allan, and the par is 72 but 71, whatever it is, on the course rating back medal tees, it means that if I shoot an 80 round Stirling, which, you know, I'm not bigging myself up, but it's not difficult to do, you know, it's just a jaunt, it really is. With the same token, it's absolutely a doddle to shoot an 80 round Bridge of Allan. See where I'm getting here? So the length factor, because Bridgevallen is definitely a shorter golf course, but it is so much harder because of all the trouble. Like, I'll tell you, you can, you can go out of bounds on the first, you can go out of bounds on the second, you can go out of bounds on the third, you can go out of bounds on the fourth, you can go out of bounds at the fifth, you can go out of bounds at the sixth, you can go out of bounds at the seventh, you can go out of bounds at the eighth, you could possibly go out of bounds at the ninth, but you would need to hit a Tiger Woods J. Arthur off that tee. But how many golf courses do you know that you can go out of bounds on every hole, in theory? No many. Honestly, there can't be many. So then you've got the other thing that makes it really difficult. The size of the greens. They are minute, tiny, right? So when you're hitting onto these greens, if you hit the greens, you're really doing good, right? And also, you don't really notice it until you go to another golf course and realise just how small the greens are. Because you're hitting onto these greens like at Stirling or Glenbervie, and they look absolutely enormous, because they are. There's double greens on Stirling that are just, literally, you could put like 12 of our greens on one of theirs. So that again makes it difficult. And this is where I think the World Handicap System is missing these 9-hole shorter courses, just thinking that 66 must be really easy, and it will be really easy to play. And I mean, I highlighted the issue that scratch golfers come up to Bridgevallen in the Open, right, and they are struggling to break 80, literally 80, 78, 80, plus 2 guys visiting, not coming anywhere near the handicap. All to do with, when it gets to the summer, the speed of the greens is like lightning as well, I'll be honest. And there's slopes. So if you miss the hole, you can end up 12, 14 feet away from 3 feet. That type of thing. I mean, you know, not evergreen, but... So it would have been really good to, you know, see what these tour pros will do around our place. Because, you know, and it would have to be in the height of the summer when, you know, we're all like aware that this is the best we can get this golf course. But you obviously can tell that it's very, very disappointing. Especially when you ask something that, relatively speaking, isn't going to hurt a club at all. In fact, it's probably going to benefit them, for a bit of courtesy and like help out, because, you know, but we'll not go into all the things, and we'll not go into it. But there's another 3 clubs, so we'll be doing it over the summer, and yeah, you'll find out the 3 clubs and where we're going and stuff. So it's something to look forward to. But it's tinged with sadness as well, because I feel let down, and of all things, let down by your home club, you know. So it's probably harder, you know. And probably no one from the club will watch this and have any interest in it whatsoever, because quite frankly, you know, what's one guy doing, filming videos on golf and stuff, and you know, he's this, that and the next thing, and he's not making a difference, and it's, you know, attitude ripping out some folk, you know, negative stuff, just like, hard to explain, hard to explain. Well, I did explain at the start, it feels like a kick in the gonads, and we all know how uncomfortable that is, so we'll leave it here in 15 minutes, but listen, you know, I feel like, you know, I had to say what was coming, and that's why it's happening, so you guys know. Thanks for watching, supporting.